Thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate it. So my name is Dalton Curry. I'm a senior manager of product management for Lumen Technologies. It's interesting that certain events for how we're seeing things in collaboration have changed recently. A lot of customers especially would like to have plans for UC&C in the near future. So 84% of organizations plan to use a cloud-based UC&C application, and they'll have plans to increase that spending for their cloud-based UC&C applications in the next 12 to 24 months. So who is Lumen? I'm sure many of you don't know us, so I'm just gonna do a quick intro. Lumen is a technology partner that's trusted by our customers. So if you've heard of CenturyLink, right, level 3, we're actually all that brand, and we're now into a new technology company. We really are building a platform that's designed for the fourth industrial revolution. And what we consider, right, is connected security, edge cloud, adaptive networking, and our UC&C infrastructure. Today, Lumen has over 450,000 miles of fiber, and we have nearly 600,000 plus internet AS connected, and over 2,200 public and private data centers on net globally, with over millions of minutes of data and voice every single month. So what does our partnership look like with Zoom? Well, Lumen actually has an amazing offer with Zoom. We have what known as Lumen Solutions for Zoom, where we're a reseller and carrier partner of Zoom. So we combine our voice and network to have a seamless solution for customers as part of the collaboration. So it's not just Zoom meetings, right? We extend it to Zoom Phone through our carrier network for BYOC, so we can have dedicated peering with Zoom. We have SIP connected audio for Zoom meetings, so that's the toll-free and dial out for all of our Zoom meeting customers. And then we're obviously evolving into Zoom Room Space, Zoom Events, and Zoom Webinar. But really, where Lumen comes in to support our Zoom customers is around our service wrapper and offering that's for Zoom. So as part of our Lumen Enablement services portfolio, we have 5 key pillars that help customers around adoption services. So in this case, we're helping create custom content for our customers. We're helping creating coaching and collateral for them, and really diving into the use case personas of why the customer would want Zoom, right? And how they can get the most return on their investment. We have a managed UC&C cloud service offering, which connects Lumen's virtual SBC network with a customer's, maybe their on-premise UCM, right? Or legacy infrastructure. We'll connect it directly into Zoom so that they have a seamless experience. We'll manage all of the day 2 for them and support them as necessary. Our customer premises infrastructure consulting group is a dedicated group of engineers that will help the customer take that legacy on-premise infrastructure and extend it to the cloud. So maybe it's where it's on-premise peering for that customer, right? We'll go through, connect their SBCs to our cloud model. We'll help them navigate that and give them the expertise that they need to be successful. Our SCA model, I talked about a little bit earlier, but it's basically our connection for Zoom meetings. We have 6 dedicated peering trunks between Lumen's network, right? So our voice infrastructure and Zoom. So in this case, we're providing a globally diverse toll and toll-free minutes, right? It's either pay-per-views or we have flat rate, as well as callback capabilities specific to Zoom meetings. And our UC&C professional service offering for Zoom is really how our customers are getting deployed for Zoom, right? So if you need help setting up Zoom Phone, whether that's setting up call queues, going through and configuring auto attendant, right? Setting up your IVR, you can leverage the expertise of Lumen to offload that from customers. As we know, right, there's lots of trends in today's market, like quiet quitting, right? The great resignation. IT staff doesn't have that capacity, right, to be able to take on these new projects. Well, Lumen can help offload that for the customers and help deploy that on their behalf in a white glove service model. So where does it actually apply in real business sense? Well, we actually have a use case here where we actually helped a customer had a challenge of basically fragmented reporting within their contact center environment, UCCX specifically. They had dated hardware. It was causing multiple frustrations for the customer. Obviously, going in on the weekends to upgrade a server, right, is not ideal for a lot of IT staff in this day and age. They wanted something that was fully redundant, right, where it's easy to upgrade and manage. They don't want to have resources that are dedicated to that anymore. So Lumen came in and actually helped sell with Zoom the addition of Zoom Phone, Zoom Meetings, Power Pack, Common Area, and we combined that all with a complete solution out of our enablement services portfolio, which included professional services. So setting up that user's environment, going through actually delving into the requirements of that customer for call service center and how their contact center environment was working, setting that up inside the Zoom admin portal for them. We have a complete project management team, which would actually go in, right, work with the customer, talk to their stakeholders, manage the milestones of that delivery, and then going through and actually creating the project governance documents and timelines for that. And then we wrap that around with our adoption services, where we actually go through and worked with the customer to say, hey, here's how you're using Zoom Phone today. Here's how it's different from your old Cisco contact center environment. Here's how we could use it inside Zoom. And we also went through and actually created custom content for them in their own voice and brand so that it looked like it was actually created by their IT staff instead of having something that's maybe branded or maybe just generic for them. And then after that, we went through and had a project closure procedure. Our IT team went through and helped that customer deploy the services, and we had a successful launch. So everything was up to date for them. They were really happy with the implementation, and we're able to offer complete solutions to that IT team, taking the offload off of them to actually have it implemented.